Good afternoon and welcome to the Peace Circle, where we come together to be the change we wish to see in the world. And what does that mean beyond a soundbite? And that is exactly why we are here tonight. Because who wouldn't want world peace? Who wouldn't want to be more peaceful in life in general? To be able to share that with others, to be that no matter what. Of course, most people, if not all, would want that. But how do we do it? How do I practice peace? How do I show up as peace? What does that look like? So that's what we talk about every Monday night. We come together in the Peace Circle to be that change, to use different topics to help us round into that truth of who and what we already are. Because in truth, we are that peace. That stillness is within us, no matter what. Whether or not we are experiencing it, that is up to us. That is when we get to choose, how do I choose to walk in this world? How do I choose to act and react? Am I present? Am I being and acting in a way that is spirit as me? Or am I forgetting? Am I forgetting the truth of who and what I am? Am I seeing scarcity? Am I seeing lack? Am I experiencing something that is painful or causes grief? And does that take away my peace in the moment? It's just like the clouds in the sky. It doesn't matter how cloudy the day may be. The sun is still there. But am I experiencing it? I know it's there, but am I seeing it, feeling it? Am I trusting it? That peace is always there within us. Am I trusting it? Am I living as it? And am I at the vibration that I am creating more of it in the world? And that is what I choose to be. And that is why we come together on Monday nights. And tonight's topic is empowerment. And we will talk about how that has to do with peace. Now, I always begin the Peace Circle with my poem, I Too Have a Dream. In my dream, too, we all are equal, and our color, religion, nor income defines who we are. But the two legs are for plant or animal. We were all created of the one Creator, with no greater claim to borrow this beautiful earth. In my dream, we all are one, treating each other with love and respect, and living in peace. We are all truly awake, knowing our purpose to share love and joy and to uplift each other, and in doing so, uplift ourselves. In my dream, we each remember and appreciate each other and truly understand that all is well. And in that knowing of all is well, it's about coming to that place of experiencing it more often. We're not always going to be elated. We're not always going to be happy with what we see or experience. Life happens. There's loss, there's grief, there's real stuff that happens every day. We've gone through quite a year or two of it, in our experience, just going through the COVID experience or what's going on, at least in the United States, politically. There's been a lot of stuff that's happened. There's been a lot of loss. And all of this is a catalyst of change. And change can be empowering, or change can be debilitating, depending upon how we view it and what we do with it. A caterpillar has no idea what is happening when it becomes a chrysalis, which is basically liquid. Every bit of that caterpillar goes away. It dies so that there can be a rebirth of a butterfly. But it doesn't know what's happening. And sometimes we can be in that same state of confusion And we can be in that feeling of, now what? And that is not a place of peace. Or we see things, whether they be violence or againstness, and we truly only know oneness, but that's not what we're seeing or experiencing. So, how do I show up as that change? Well, empowerment is the biggest part personally that I can do to keep myself motivated in the right direction. And and I say keep myself motivated because the only person that I can ever truly control and change is me. My thoughts, my actions then have domino effects on everyone around me. But I have the opportunity to change my thinking and change my life. I have the opportunity to be in a different place if I choose to be. It's a practice, just like our other spiritual practices. But empowerment is that, just that, it is pulling ourselves to that place and choosing. Sometimes it's external. I'm also a life coach. I'm a licensed practitioner and a life coach. And sometimes it can be there are people that help us. Sometimes we have therapists or counselors. Sometimes there's friends that are rooting us on. If we're blessed to have parents that were always supportive, there's people on the external, on the outside, and then there's also that internal divine guardian, that one power, that love that is eternal within us, that still small voice that's always guiding. That power does reside within us as well. So we get a choice. So my question for you is, what choice are you making? Is it conscious or is it unconscious? Are you truly living an enthusiastic and uplifting life, or are you existing and waiting for something to happen? Because it is about being as well as doing. And there's a mix of that. And that mix is a beautiful thing. First reading that I want to share with you is zeal is the topic. It is actually from for today, and I'm sorry, it's from Daily Word, and it is September 1st of 2020. It says, "I begin every day with zeal. I greet each day with zeal, eager to meet my good. I feel upbeat and excited as I step out to see what the day will bring. My attitude of enthusiasm and expectancy determines how I experience life. I open myself to the beauty and abundance that surrounds me. My senses heightened by the passion I have for simply being alive. My positive disposition extends to all my relationships. I look forward to connecting with the people in my life, spending time and having fun together. I am energized as I anticipate all good things. Starting my day with zeal means being truly open and receptive, allowing for unexpected blessings. The Spirit of God within me fills me with zeal, and I am grateful." That enthusiasm, that excitement, that is that internal, eternal empowerment. It's our attitude. And when I'm not in the right place, sometimes I love the term check up from the neck up. It's being in that place of saying, all right, what's going on with me? And sometimes there's really stuff happening. And I do not want to bypass that by any means. I want to honor what my path is. And in general, I'm excited about where life is bringing me and what the next step will be. I don't know what that is yet. I can have complete faith and trust, but I also have the opportunity to have that muscle memory of knowing Spirit is for me. Spirit as me is going through anything and everything. And I know the best is yet to come. And I live in that constant enthusiasm of even better. This or even better. So I'd love for you to listen to this next song. And I love the words of it. And it's about coming alive. It is about that zeal, that enthusiasm that is precious and priceless. Allow your soul to be that divine compass. Allow spirit as you to breathe into your life.
You stumble through your days, got your head hung low, your sky's a shade of gray, like a zombie in a maze. You're asleep inside, but you can't shake awake, 'cause you're just a dead man walking, thinking that you're only option. But you can flick the switch and brighten up your darkest day. Sun is up and the colors blinding. Take the world and redefine it. Leave behind your narrow mind, you'll never be the same. Come alive, come alive. Go and light your light, let it burn so bright. Reaching up to the sky, and it's open wide. You're electrified, and the world becomes a fantasy, and you're more than you could ever be, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. And you know you can't go back again to the world that you were living in, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. So come alive, I see it in your eyes. You believe that lie, that you need to hide your face, afraid to step outside. So you lock the door, but don't you stay that way. No one living in those shadows. You and me, we know how that goes. 'Cause once you see it, oh, you'll never, never be the same. Little bit of lightning striking, but love to keep on shining. You can prove there's more to you. You cannot be afraid. Come alive, come alive. Go and light your light, let it burn so bright. Reaching up to the sky, and it's open wide. You're electrified, and the world becomes a fantasy, and you're more than you could ever be, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. And you know you can't go back again to the world that you were living in, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. So come alive, come on, come on, come on, come on. No more living in the shadows, no. Come on, come on, come on, come on, shining now. Come alive, come alive. Go and light your light, let it burn so bright. Reaching up to the sky, and it's open wide. You're electrified, and the world becomes a fantasy, and you're more than you could ever be, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. And you know you can't go back again to the world that you were living in, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. And the world becomes a fantasy, and you're more than you could ever be, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. And you know you can't go back again to the world that you were living in, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. So come alive.
Dreaming with your eyes wide open. I love that song. I love that meaning, that power. And what does that look like? What does that feel like? We've all had those times when we just get excited. We get excited about what's coming, what's next. You know, that feeling of falling in love does that. We can feel, all kinds of excitement about what's yet to come. The body has those endorphins that are always running all day long. But we can fall in love with life. My dad, if there's one thing that he taught me, it was definitely enthusiasm. He was the type of person that in the gym would literally be dancing in the aisles. he would be dancing and causing a scene and usually embarrass me. And I actually have gotten up and sat in another row in a movie when I was a teenager. But at the same time, I have always appreciated that about him. He would have such a zest for life. They used to call him the Energizer Bunny. This man had been through 4 bouts with cancer and all surgeries and chemo and all that went along with it. And you would have never known from his spirit. Who he was didn't change. That life was within him, that enthusiasm. That's the breath of spirit that was within him. And it was that divine connection because he was a man of faith and he truly believed, that he was going to be okay and that he would be carried through. And he was in every aspect of. And it's a choice that we make. Some of us had an example of that, some of us did not. But we get to choose how we live our life. It's not about what was, it's about what we choose now. And there's a reading from Louise Hay that I'd love to share with you from her Heart Thoughts book. It says, you can spend your time gripping and begrudging the things that went wrong or how you are not good enough. Or you can spend your time thinking about the joyous experiences, loving yourself, and thinking joyful. Happy thoughts is the quickest route you can take to create a wonderful life. Goes on to say, I have unlimited potential. In the infinity of life where all are, all is perfect, whole, and complete. We rejoice in knowing we are one with the power that created us. This power loves all its creations, including us. We are the beloved children of the universe and have been given everything. We are the highest form of life on this planet and have been equipped with all that we need for every experience we shall have. Our minds are always connected to the one infinite mind. Therefore, all knowledge and wisdom is available to us if we believe it to be so. We trust ourselves to create only that which is for our highest good and greatest joy. That which is perfect for our spiritual growth and evolution. We love who we are. We particularly know that we can, from moment to moment, shape and reshape our personalities and even our bodies to further express our greatest potential. We rejoice in our unlimitedness and know that before us lies the totality of possibilities in every area. We trust totally in the one power, and we know that all is well in our world. We get to choose. We get to know I have unlimited potential. Anything is possible. I have had people of all ages tell me, well, it's too late for me to start now. And I laugh. It amazes me. My 24-year-old nephew last week had this conversation with me, telling me that, well, I've been doing this work for so long. I'm like, you're 24. What do you mean you can't change jobs? Of course you can. It's so long. I'm like, I've done 6 different types of jobs in the amount of time that you've been at this one. You can learn anything you want at any time. We see it all the time. We see people in their 70s and 80s graduating college because it's what they've always wanted to do. You are that unlimited potential. What will you do with it? How are you living? Are you acting that way? It's making that choice to come alive And what excites you? That enthusiasm for life, it is within you. It is life itself within you. Sometimes it feels blocked. Sometimes it's the people around us that have taught us. Maybe they taught us safety. Maybe they taught us that, well, that may be for some, but that's not for us. You know, I have never thought that just enough was good enough. I'm grateful for what I have, don't get me wrong, but I don't think that just getting by was my birthright. I am a child of divine. I do not believe that some are born into wealth and they're worthy of more than I am. Just because your parents may have had more than somebody else's parents does not mean that you are limited. It is the belief in limitation that limits more than anything. And it's not about easy. It's about what is our expectation. What is the next right thing, and am I doing it? Am I focusing on the problem, or am I focusing on the solution? Sometimes we perceive barriers, or other people perceive them for us. There's a dream in your heart that you always wanted to pursue. Do it now, whatever that may be. You don't have to run in the Olympics to go to the Olympics. Maybe that's what you've always wanted. So visit it, experience it, be there, and be the best that you can be today. You get a choice on who you are and what you do at any given moment of your life. And empowerment is something that we can seek out if we're not feeling it at any given moment. So I'd love to read from you. This is actually from our Science of Mind magazine, and it was from May 7th. And the quotes, first one is Joel Goldsmith. It says, when confronted with any human problem, instead of laboring for an improved human condition, turn from the picture and realize the presence of the divine spirit in you. So turn away from the problem and towards the light of divine. And it's not necessarily an external thing. It's just where that light is, that still small voice that can be loud when we pay attention. And says the answer to every question is within man, because man is within spirit, and spirit is an indivisible whole. That's Ernest Holmes from The Science of Mind. And it says, when you proclaim your vision and share it with the world, you will have some naysayers. What are you, crazy? How do you intend to start a new business with your limited know-how? Where in the world do you think you'll find the dollars to pay off your mortgage this year? You need to be realistic about what the doctors told you. Doubters and critics come with the territory of being a visionary. Critics don't control your destiny. Let God take care of that. Sometimes some of those who are closest to you think they're being helpful when they share their limited perspective of what's possible. But remember, it's their perspective. They are not the ones who caught the whole picture that you are seeing. That whole holy vision comes with a spiritual sense, a feeling rather than reasoning. When the vision has been entrusted to your heart and soul, it comes with a knowing that is beyond the five senses. When you attune with the vision through prayer and meditation, you become receptive to an intuitive uprising from within that is beyond the reality of limitation. You are playing in the field of the infinite, where all things are possible, You are aligning with an intelligence that guides the universe and galaxies. The limited self does not exist in the limitlessness. What are you going to listen to? And the affirmation on that day is, I follow the intuitive uprising of my soul. I follow the intuitive uprising of my soul. And are you doing that? Are you doing what you are called to be here and do? Are you living your life in that way? Is there an enthusiasm in you, a power and excitement that is exactly who and whose you are? So that power, that one love, you have that. It is yours. And I encourage you to just listen to this song and be in this place and recognize that power to create, to live that knowing, that allness that Spirit has called and given the vision to you for.
I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I got the power, you got the power, we got the power.
I've got the power to make all my dreams come true. I've got the power, there's nothing I can't do. I've got the power to be anything I want.
I've got the power inside of me. I've got the power inside of me.
Every day I'm wasting my time thinking that someone else is gonna do it all for me. I've got to get up, get out, get it, just get started. Take one step towards my destiny. I'll define my direction with clear-cut intention. Declare what will be and then watch it come to me. 'Cause I've got the power to make all my dreams come true. I've got the power, there's nothing I can't do. I've got the power to be anything I want.
I've got the power inside of me. I've got the power inside of me.
There are days when I feel that I'm just no good. Days when I don't even wanna try. But when I stop, look and listen and surrender, I hear a voice of truth I cannot deny. And it says, you know you can do it. Just get down to it. Have faith in yourself and the will to see it through. 'Cause I've got the power to make all my dreams come true. I've got the power, there ain't nothing I can't do. I've got the power to be anything I want.
I've got the power inside of me.
Yeah, I've got the power inside of me. In those times when I feel so frightened and it seems like I just can't go on, I've got to look deep inside, 'cause that's where I find the power, the power, the power inside of me. Yeah, I've got the power deep inside of me. Yeah,
I've got the power.
I've got it
I've got the power inside.
deep inside of me. I've got it.
I've got the power inside.
Oh, there's nothing I can't every single day. You just got to say, I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. Power! Talking about power, yeah. I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. Every single day, you just got to say, I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. Power!
So that power is within you. And Ernest Holmes said, to those who lean on the ever outstretched arm of the infinite, life is big with limitless possibilities. So lean into spirit. Lean into that truth, that love, that light, and know that that is that internal and eternal power source. That excitement, that zeal, that enthusiasm. And I'm going to read a page from Daily Word that is April 24th of 19. I am enthusiastic about life. With anything I'm doing, I can choose to approach it with a sense of enthusiasm and joy. Even the most insignificant task holds the promise of wonder. When I draw upon my inherent divine powers, my soul is energized and uplifted. My entire being fills with divine energy, awakening me to all that I am capable of doing and being. Every situation I encounter is infused with God energy. Enthusiasm inspires me to do what is mine to do today. In turn, I inspire others as I share my light with the world. With my heart wide open, I radiate an enthusiastic, vibrant energy with all. I am enthusiastic about life. With my heart wide open, I radiate an enthusiastic, vibrant energy with all. Isn't that what we talk about when we say, be the change you wish to see in the world? Isn't that what that's all about? We get to be that. We get to show up as that open heart and show other people how. Ernest Holmes says you can attract that which you first mentally become and feel yourself to be in reality without any doubting. So I have to know and know that I know. I am that. I am that power, that presence. It resides, that infinite potential and possibility. That's where enthusiasm comes from, knowing who and whose I am. That joyful expectation of life is a choice that I can make consciously. And it becomes like a muscle. The more that I choose it, the more automatic it is. Pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to your feelings, because that is what's creating your world. And it doesn't mean that you don't have the right to react or act according to what you see on any given moment. We're human. We're going to see things that we don't appreciate. We're going to experience things that don't feel comfortable. It's not about always being happy and pretending. You know, I've met people that they've lived on the mountaintop and everything was always wonderful and amazing. Even when I knew things happened in their life. Oh, everything was great. And I didn't believe them, to be honest with you. I got to a point that, of course it is. Of course it is. But there's more to life than just pretending. We're human and we're going to have human emotions. It doesn't mean that we can't be in joy far more than anything else. That joyful expectation is waiting for the good to happen as opposed to any other choice. It's knowing that Ernest Holmes also said, joy and enthusiasm are the very essence of life. The essence of life. It's what it's all about. Am I living that way? Is that my experience? And there are people that embody that. And those are the ones we can be attracted to, that we can say, yes, this is what I choose. But if someone's miserable, they can only give me the advice to be where they are. You don't go to someone who's been divorced 3 times to talk about a happy marriage. Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe they can see some downfalls or pitfalls. I don't know. But I wouldn't be with that person. I want to know the person that's living that exciting, joyous partnership. And sometimes it's hard, just like anybody else. Any relationship has its ups and downs and difficulties. But I know for me that my marriage is the most blessed part of my life. That my partner, my husband, is my gift, one of my greatest. That is a gift, that I look forward to going home and being in that place. That's part of enthusiasm for life. Am I happy with what's waiting for me that I created? And if not, how do I shift that so that I am, and create that so that I am? It's never about someone else. It's always about me and my reaction to it. How do I make it even better, no matter where it is? That's what being in any relationship is about. So when we talk about life and its unfoldment, am I living and doing things that make me smile? I believe everybody has some kind of artistic side to them, and it comes out in different ways. Some people, they love poetry, or some people love the arts as far as theater and watching it, and that may be where your artistic side is. Or maybe you may be someone that plays music. I love to make jewelry and play with beads, basically the shiny beads. I love that kind of artistic side, or even just drawing, whatever it may be. But when I use that part of my creative side, there's a zip in me that's different. I need that energy. I believe there's some people that do that with food that they cook and create. There's some people that maybe they have the most beautiful lawn or garden you've ever seen. But there is creativity in everyone. Even an accountant that is, creating and seeing numbers in a different way. Everyone has that. You're making something, creating something. Whatever is your thing, it's important to know. It's important to be in that place of appreciation for who and whose you are, and live that way. If it's not fun, you're doing it wrong. If you're not living this life from a place of what's going to happen today, what do I get to do? It's my perspective that I need to change. So empowerment can be joining a mastermind group if you've always wanted to start a business, or if you're just looking to, a professional group, if you're looking to move forward in some way. Maybe the kind of group that you want to join is a book club, or it may be something in nature walks, a bird calls, or whatever it may be. Find something that makes your heart sing. Something that every week, when you go, when you're there, when you're doing it, you come alive in a different way. Life is about living, and being peaceful is about a full life in all areas. Am I experiencing that happy, joyous, and free lifestyle? And that doesn't mean I'm doing anything. I don't need to be going to a club. I don't need to go anywhere. Am I experiencing the freedom of life? That I get to choose and choose and choose again. The next song that I'm going to play, I encourage you to just allow Spirit to guide and direct you. What does that peace of the soul look like for you? What does that enthusiasm, what does that empowerment and excitement look like in your life? And the song that I'm going to play is actually from Eddie Watkins. And it is, saying yes to life. So, what is it that you're saying yes to? What are you excited about? What are you allowing Spirit to bring to light in, through, and as you today?
Well, I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. I'm saying yes, 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 woo! Yes to life. Of love within me is expressing itself right now. The spirit of joy within me is expressing itself right now. What are we gonna create today? The universe is ready to play. Yes, Spirit surely will lead the way. Yes, if you just say yes. I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. Yes, yes, yes to life. I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. I'm saying yes, 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 woo! Yes to life. I'm saying yes to life, yes right to here, life. Right now. Yes, life. The spirit of life within me is expressing itself right now. The spirit of light within me is expressing itself right now. Whatsoever you conceive, if you believe it, you can achieve it. The universe will always agree if you just say yes. I'm saying yes, saying yes. Yes, yes. I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes. Yes to life. I'm saying yes. Yes, 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 yes. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes to life. Oh, I'm saying yes to life. Oh, let me hear you say
So, what are you saying yes to? So, empowerment, that in power, being in power, what are you saying yes to? The spirit of life within me is expressing itself right now. That's one of the lines in that beautiful song. It's expressing as you. What are you saying yes to? Louise Hay says, and you can heal your life. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. My life is ever new. Each moment of my life is new and fresh and vital. I use my affirmative thinking to create exactly what I want. This is a new day. I am a new me. I think differently. I speak differently. I act differently. Others treat me differently. My new world is a reflection of my new thinking. It is a joy and a delight to plant new seeds. For I know these seeds will become my new experiences. All is well in my world. So be in power and empowered by the word, by the truth. Be in that place of knowingness. Doesn't matter what's going on the outside. What truly matters is what's going on the inside. If I am feeling chaos, I am creating chaos in my life. If I am feeling peaceful, I am creating from that place of peace. I am a catalyst of peace. Part of empowerment is being the change I wish to see, because we need examples. When we look around us, there's plenty of examples of what not to do. Are you embodying the highest and best version of yourself? It's not about fighting against anything or anyone. It's simply being what you're here for, living that purpose, living in that highest and best way, that best experience as spirit. So, in that knowing, are you truly living or existing? And we get a choice to constantly be doing more. I love Louise Hay. I share her stuff all the time because she truly, to me, embodies this teaching. It saved her life. It cured her of cancer. She was a practitioner. She was a licensed practitioner in science of mind. She was a minister. She did so much in this teaching as well. You don't necessarily hear, or I hadn't heard a lot about that before I got here. But I found her years before I ever found Science of Mind. And she was amazing right up until she transitioned. She lived well into her, I forget what age she was, but she was in her 80s, and she was still learning new things. At 80, she was learning how to paint and ballroom dance. You know, that is living. So say yes to life and be amazed at what spirit brings to you. Never limit the possibilities of what your life is meant for or to have. In the book Creative Ideas by Ernest Holmes, on page 138, the topic is enlarged horizons. How true it is that we do see as though a glass darkly or only in part. But to all of us, there come fleeting moments when our inward vision is opened, and we seem to look out upon a newer and broader horizon. We are all a certain place in our growth, but there is a complete certainty before us. We shall continuously expand and experience more and more of that life which already is perfect. There is no reason why this awakening should not come now, for we are not really waiting on God. God is waiting on us. I love that. We are not waiting on God. God is waiting on us. All nature awaits our recognition, and even the divine spirit must await our cooperation with it. How powerful is that? Goes on to say, today my eyes are open more widely, and I look out upon a broader horizon, across all the experiences I may have had, which were limited or unpleasant. I now see the rosy hue of a new dawn. Letting go of that which is little, I now enter into a larger concept of life. Dropping all fear, I entertain faith. realizing that every form of uncertainty is seeing only in part. I open my spiritual eyes to that which is wholeness, which is greater and better. Today, my eyes are open to the breadth and the height and the depth of that life which is God, that life which is good, and that law which is perfect. So there is an infinite presence that is always waiting to be beckoned to. It's waiting for us to say yes to life, waiting for us to engage. It's not pushing, it's not prodding, it's not judging, it's simply waiting for us to say yes. And that's what we're here to do. And the last thing that I'm going to share with you is one of my poems called Engaging Life. This is the moment, the only one you get. This is the circumstance, the one you will never forget. This is the opportunity to decide to jump in. This is the beginning of the life that you've wanted to win. This is the reason you were born and for which you live. This is the emotion, excitement, or trepidation. This is the place you decided to start. This is the chosen path. Now live it as an art. You've decided to recognize your gifts. You've released the past. You forgive. You've believed that the best was yet to come. You now recognize that the battle has been won. You receive the calling, the reason for which you came. You've appreciated the past and realized there is nothing to blame. You know your purpose, or at least the next right step. Life is unfolding, getting brighter with each day. Life is exploring the best within your traits. Life is enthusiastically looking forward to this day. Life is anxiously awaiting what you'll create. Life is exciting. Twists and turns are yours to choose. Life is breaking out and breaking through to all the good meant for you. Life is engaging, meeting, greeting, so much to do. Life is simply allowing life to live through you. So engage in that life that is meant for you, that highest and best. Be in that place. Know the truth that Spirit has planned for you, that highest, that greater. This is my email. I'd love to hear from you. It's Gina at believeInYouToday.com. I also do a daily email called Instant Inspiration. I would love for you to join me for that. I also have a workshop this coming weekend, and I'll have you more information on it on the joys and the journey. But I have it. It's going to be virtual as well as in person. So if you are online anywhere, you are welcome to it. It is going to be on Sunday morning, and it is going to be in person in Boston, and is going to be on your journey to happiness. So if you are looking for more enthusiasm, reach out to me and I can get you the details. Your journey to happiness is what it's all about. So reach out. I'd love to hear even what would you like for topics. Remember, we are always live, and I would love any kind of feedback you have. Always welcome in the comments. Here at New Thought Media Network, we are here to be that empowerment. We are here to talk about and to celebrate the truth. From prayer time, first thing in the morning, 8:15 a.m. and p.m. Central Time, to, all of the many, many shows from ministers and practitioners on this network. There is good news, positive here. So, what you surround yourself with will be what is bringing you up or not. So, find that empowerment. And if this show or anything on this network has given to you, there's always that opportunity to give back. Remember that we are here because of people just like you. Go to ntmedia.org and click on donate. And you can sign up as a monthly donor or as a one-time. Anything that you give helps spread the good news. And we truly do appreciate it. So if you're able, ntmedia.org. Also, it gives you an opportunity to go back and really appreciate and go into some of the past topics, whether it be of this show or any show. It's all free. Let people know that the good news is here. Please. Let people know that there is positive in the world that's going on all around you. Live in that truth. That enthusiasm of life is within you, spirit within you. Say yes to it. Be in that exciting place of saying yes to life itself. So I am so grateful to be here with you tonight. Thank you for being here with me. And I bless you in your week. Know that I love you and I am for you just as spirit is for you. And I expect amazing things for you in this week. So happy Monday. I celebrate you and I thank you. Blessings and love. Namaste.
Wanna play? Come to our yard. New Thought Media Network spotlights you. Saturdays at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, Spirit Says Sing. Our stage is open for musicians, singers and speakers, visual artists. Shine with us, live. It's easy, just click the link in the comments. And be ready to soar. Spirit Says Sing.